everybody. This is Mario Brown. How are you? Thanks so much for taking the time out to listen to this video. It's been a while, but I am back doing some content, and I wanted to share something with you today. So I hope that you like this video and that you will share it. If you don't mind, you would want to share this because this is really going to be very good. I want to talk about dysfunctional relationships, and I want to talk about how people exist in them and why it's difficult for them to walk away. Many times we find ourselves in them sometimes, or we are the observer of those who are in toxic relationships. They're very dysfunctional. Some of them are violent. Some of them are just mentally abusive, but they're just not good. They're not healthy relationships. And those of us that sit on the observation side, we often say, why are you in that? What are you doing in that? That's so dysfunctional. Is that normal for you? And so you wonder like what it is. And no matter what you say to them, they don't leave. They won't walk away. Maybe you're there. Maybe you're in, you may be that person today looking at this video saying, yeah, I'm in a toxic relationship. It's toxic and it's dysfunctional. And I know it, but I can't walk away. And I don't know why. Well, there are three things I want you to consider. The first one is you found common ground with this person. You found common ground. When we observe people and we're wondering whether you are a parent, a sister, a brother today, a cousin, an auntie, an uncle, and you got people that are in dysfunctional relationships and you keep saying, man, that's not good for you. Baby, that's not healthy for you. You need to get out of that. It's not always violent. But you can just see financially it's devastating. They're just not a good match, and you're trying to figure out why don't you just walk away? Well, you need to realize that they found common ground that you know nothing about. It's some things that they find in common. That's the glue that holds them together regardless of the dysfunction, regardless of how difficult it is for us to look at. They've met together somewhere and got common ground that nobody knows about. See, as a life coach, practitioner, and a pastor, I talk to people all day long, every single day. And people that I work with find themselves in these dysfunctional relationships and they come to me and say, how do I get out of it? Well, the first thing we do is we identify what is your common ground, what brought y'all together. Because that's the thing that people stop, thinking about. All they look at is the pain of it or the outward appearance of it. And they say, well, I don't understand how y'all could be together. You all can't stand each other or you all are unhealthy. But you've never asked them, what is the common ground? For some people, they have a great sex life. Sexually, they are compatible. They do it right. It's the bomb. It's the glory for them. And that's the thing that they find value in. That's the thing that's common for them. That's how they got together. And so that's the thing that keeps them together. That's the thing that's gluing them together. And it makes no sense to us from the outside. Or you may be a person that's in that relationship and you're not willing to admit that because sometimes we're too embarrassed to admit why we stay in dysfunctional relationships, why we allow that toxicness to feed into us. Maybe we don't know how to express, I'm hooked on this, I'm hooked on that, because to say it out loud is embarrassing. But just for your information, that's the problem. You've not identified your common ground. The second thing is there is an energy that people can train themselves to feed off of when you stay in dysfunction long enough. You'll learn to feed off of it so that when you go into an environment that is normal for everybody else, it's not normal for you. It's not your norm. Then some people can operate in peaceful environments. Some can't. I have met people that literally cannot operate without conflict. Do you hear me? They literally cannot operate without some level of conflict. I'm like, oh my God, do you have to have hell raised all day long, every day, and twice on Sunday, really? These are the people that it can be absolutely peaceful. Everybody's getting along, and they will start some foolishness. Why? because they've learned to feed off their energy. Their energy level is low for drama. So what they do is they create it. You see what I mean? So, she comes home, everything's fine, she's ready to cook dinner, but they haven't had their feel of negativity, so he starts an argument about the seasoning on the steak. Really? Okay, about the toilet tissue. She starts something about, well, you didn't take the trash out. For whatever the reason is, that's what it is. That's what it is. They've learned to feed off of that energy. And if it isn't present, what they do is create it. So you have to kind of keep that in mind and ask yourself, if you find yourself in that type of relationship, have I learned to adjust to this energy level that's always negative? And when I don't have it, I create it? You got to ask yourself that. Or if, again, you're from the observation side of things, you got to be able to look and see, maybe that's what they feed off of. And then if you start carefully observing other relationships that they're in, you may find out, oh yeah, they need that to exist. And the last thing, thirdly, is this thing that I call generational tolerance. In one of my classes, in one of my sessions, the thing that I always do is investigate generational things versus situational things. Some things are generational. There are families who are brawlers, hell raisers, violent, cussers, drinkers, whatever, and that's just what they do. It's a part of the scheme of the family. It's in the bloodline. And so if you've come out of a family where you saw that, then you have a tolerance for it, and it's not abnormal. And so when you get to involving yourselves with other people, it's not a problem to bust somebody in the head with a bottle. It's not a problem to put a hole in a wall with a frying pan, because that's what you grew up with. It was normal. You got over it. You kissed. You made up. You had some old babies. You go to the movies. You fix some pizza, whatever. It was a thing you did, and it was normal. So when a person who's used to a peaceful environment comes in, they're like, well, I ain't grow up like that. And it's like, oh, wow, two worlds have come together. So just in case you're in that situation, remember, you may have a generational tolerance for that, but you've got to make sure that when you're trying to pair up, that you meet a person who's also accustomed to that, or it's going to be hell to pay, because these worlds cannot coexist. You see what I mean? So this is the thing that I wanted to leave with you today. Listen, if you need a life coach, go to my website, www.mariocbrown.org. That again is mariocbrown.org. All right? You can reach me there, drop me a line or two. We can connect you. It is a great investment. Sometimes I find out, and I got a great group of clients who are really making great progress. One of the things I want to leave with you also is that we specialize at Mario C. Brown Life Matters Life Coaching Services. All the services are virtual, so you don't have to be in my city. We have a secure site that we conduct these sessions on by Zoom. They're secure, they're private, so we don't have to be in the same city, but we have that special time together. And my clients are becoming really happy people, and I'm very proud of them. But one of the special areas that we do at our company is relationship recovery. If you're in a relationship or someone that has ended and you're trying to recover, it may not have happened, the way you wanted it to, and you're having issues recovering, you need to secure these services, because there are various methods that you can use to move you along so that you can recover and be whole by the time you get ready for your next relationship. So that website again is www.mariocbrown.org. Please share this video. I think it will help. Drop me a line in the comments and let me know. Just let me know if this helped you. I look forward to talking to you again. Until we meet again, be blessed of God.